So, the question, will Bernie Sanders run as a third-party candidate? Well, I've been asking this question myself a couple of times over the last few days. Oftentimes when I respond in this kind of format, it reveals maybe a more concise type of thinking. So this is what I suggest. See, I think he would have stopped already if he wasn't planning on running as a third party. But I also think he's waiting to make the choice. If June comes around and she's 20 points ahead nationally, well, no, he won't run. What's the point? She's clearly beating him, right? But if June comes around and he's beating her by 10 points, if it looks like he can win, then yeah, I think he probably will run. And while we know that growth is not infinite, the truth is that the direction of the curve suggests that he very well may be 10 points ahead of her in June. Now, I do think he'll do everything he possibly can to win the nomination. If he can take it, if he can win it, he'll take it, right? It's a lot easier from his perspective to run as a Democrat. If she's not running, then that makes the field a lot easier for him, etc. Right? That's the whole logic behind it in the first place. But I do have to think that he knows his odds, and if he wasn't seriously considering a third-party run, like what the hell is he doing, right? So what else would he be planning a run? Why else would he be doing this? Why wouldn't he have quit and gone back to his Senate position, right? It depends on everything, of course. That's what I'm trying to say, is that it depends on everything. But the thinking has to be that he gets to the convention pretty close in delegates and has all the momentum and then marches the left out of the party once and for all. And I think that should be supported and applauded. I've been over this repeatedly as well. I think the United States needs a three-party system, and I hope that Sanders does exactly that. If he can't win, then, take them out. And like I say, if he does happen to walk into June or August, if he walks into June and he's winning by 10 points, and he walks into August and he's winning by 20 points, just consider the scenario. You're at the convention. National polls have been consistent for weeks that Bernie Sanders is beating Hillary Clinton by more than 10 points. Consider that scenario. Why wouldn't he run? If he's beating her, right? And I think that instead of being afraid about splitting the vote, he should run and blame it on her because he's beating her. Now I know this makes a mockery of the primary process. I think that the primary process deserves to be made a mockery of. It's a clearly corrupt process. People aren't able to vote. There's obvious cheating, etc., etc. I have no problem making a mockery of the primary process. I have no problem making a mockery of the Democratic Party. And I think that people that are open-minded and able to analyze evidence should actually agree with that position. Anybody who's telling him to just, that you're going to split the vote, I don't think these people are really. Okay, we're not there yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But if it comes up to that point, I think the right argument is to say that, sorry Hillary, but Sanders is beating you in national polls. I know that you won the process, but the process is not legitimate, and you should step down. Um, I think that not only do I think that that's not sacrilegious or disrespectful or whatever else, I think it's long overdue. And I hope that he follows through with it. But it necessitates certain numbers to appear, right? Um, if the convention comes up and she's winning by 20 points, then it's time to go home, Marie.